What's up, guys and girls on YouTube? It's Matt Cortez here. Just wanted to say thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. I just got back from Europe. We spent 13 days in Europe looking at 5 cities. The major 3 in Italy: Rome, Florence, Venice, and then we went to Paris and London and then came back here. Before I left for that trip though, I said I was going to make a video on this guy, the Peak Design Everyday Bag 30 liter. And this is the bag I primarily used while I was walking around the city, exploring the sites, and it was pretty much carrying a lot of the stuff. We'll actually go into detail about what I actually brought. But before we start, I just wanted to ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit that like button so I know that you enjoy this type of content and I can try to make some more videos that are similar to this kind of stuff. So without further ado, here's a time lapse. What's up, you guys? I'm at the Spanish Steps in Rome right now. Today I'm just gonna review this guy, the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I packed for this trip to Europe, and segues. And I'll show you what I packed right now. Okay, so here are the things I brought. Filters, my DJI Osmo Mobile 2 stabilizer, my Ray-Bans, my battery charger for my Nikon D3300, my Triple-Light Power Surge travel outlets, my Mobo mic, of course, a power brick for extra power on the go, my spare iPhone, my Moment lens, of course, love my Moment lens cleaner pens, a power converter, obviously, because power outlets in Europe are a lot different than power outlets in the United States. Keys to get back into my house. Mobile phone clamp, my Nikon D3300 with my Sigma lens, perfect lens. An extra zoom lens, 55-200 Nikon. My rain jacket, my GoPro Hero 5 Black, my GoPro battery charger, where you can fit 2 batteries and charge at the same time. So I brought an extra GoPro battery. QC35 Bose headphones, the best headphones on the market. 2 packing cubes filled with storage, hard drives, and also power stuff. So USB cables, lightning port cables, anything you need to charge anything. My Manfrotto Pixie tripod, my iPad, my inhaler because I'm an asthmatic, Velcro zip ties, extra Nikon D3300 batteries, my MacBook Pro, which is right here, and the charger for my MacBook Pro, which is right there, connecting to my MacBook Pro right here. I'll link everything in the description below. I'll link all this stuff so that you have a list of what I brought to Europe within this bag. So that may seem like a lot of things to bring and put into a backpack, but surprisingly, all that stuff I just showed you fit into this backpack. So again, this is the 30 liter. Peak Design also does make a 20 liter, and I don't think all that stuff would have fit in this bag if I got the 20 liter version instead. I did end up kind of using this bag in 2 different ways. The first way was as a means to transport all that stuff from the United States to Europe, and then within Europe from city to city. So it was super heavy, but at the same time, it all fit in there, so that's all that mattered. I was able to carry this backpack with all that stuff in it on the airplane, and it did fit underneath the seat, at least on the Delta flight that we took. When we were moving with Europe, we took the train. We took 3 different trains, and this backpack did fit underneath those seats also, or they just fit on top on the overhead, and I was perfectly comfortable doing that too. Now, when we got to each city, I did take out a lot of the stuff that was in this bag, but there was stuff that you didn't really need to bring with you while you're exploring the city. Primarily what I wanted to bring was my photography stuff. So my camera, my stabilizer, and a couple other just power charging stuff. So like my power brick and maybe a lightning cable to charge my iPhone. And that stuff significantly reduced the weight of my backpack, and that made it a lot easier to carry around. Now, one thing I noticed early on is that this rigging system in the front, so you do get these kind of straps with the bag, and I highly suggest you use it and rig it up in this fashion. You can obviously adjust the straps like so. They're just normal straps. But what I ended up doing was I put my rain jacket out front, kind of like this. It did rain while we were in Europe, as you'll see in these next couple clips. And when your rain jacket gets wet, you don't want to put it inside. So putting it on the outside in this fashion was a huge lifesaver. All right, what's up, you guys? We're at the Coliseum now. Security line was short, but it took a little longer. But though, if you had, like, if you didn't buy a ticket, it's like 2 hour wait. So I'm gonna show you what the Coliseum looks like in 3, 2, 1. So this is the Coliseum. Oh, she's super dark. So as I suspected, that's the underground layer or level, and they built this wooden planking all the way across, and they filled the top with sand. And so all this is like spectator area. That's where Jess would sit in the upper deck, and that's where I would sit down there. We're heading over to take a picture of the Coliseum, but there's a giant storm coming, and you can see it over there, hopefully. Yeah, oh my God, you can see those clouds. All right, look at this storm right now. What's kind of sad is that you can see it. This line is the line for people to get into the Coliseum, and they probably can't see those storm clouds until it's on top of them. So they're gonna get peed on. But it's pretty cool. We're at the Roman Forum right now. That's just like all rain. It's like pouring. It's pouring. We just got caught in a rainstorm in the Roman Forum. It's starting to come down. I'm gonna say this Peak design backpack is water resistant, and I would say it's performing pretty good. It's literally coming down. Such a torrential downpour. Oh my God, it's super cool. Alright guys, I just got back to my hotel room. As you see, I'm dripping in just like water because it's raining so hard. Take a look at my bag. It's pretty damp right now. And this Peak design bag said it was supposed to be water resistant. I'm slipping. So let's see if the inside's dry. I mean, yeah, it feels pretty dry. I mean, you can't touch it obviously, but that's like super dry. Look at this hat, okay? This hat is dry. It's not wet. Pretty good. It did a pretty good job. Oh wait, there's water right here. So, this seal, I guess, can get waterlogged. Just FYI, it's filled with water. Well, it's not that bad though. These are all pretty much good. Look at this. There's no water on my iPhone whatsoever. So I guess it's water resistant, like I said, but it'll take a little bit of beating, and some water may seep in, but it's not enough to like really damage your whole entire bag. Okay. So one of the main things I was concerned about after purchasing this bag was how comfortable would it be. And I will say that after 13 days of actually using the bag and carrying it on your shoulders for like 6 or 7 hours at a time with camera stuff, your shoulders do hurt. Your neck does hurt. But I don't think that is unique just to this bag. I think if you're carrying any backpack with all that stuff in it, your body would just start to hurt in general. Just also the bed, you're not sleeping in a great bed, stuff like that. The combination just makes your body start to hurt after a while. So I don't really fault that bag as much, but what I found out was that when you're actually carrying and using the backpack, what you want is you don't want to let it sag down all the way like that. You don't want to let it sag. What I found was you really want to try to get it as close to you being tight on your shoulders as possible, so that your whole entire back can kind of take the weight as opposed to just your shoulders. So I found that the tighter, kind of the better it was in terms of comfort. Another aspect of this backpack that I really like is actually this I don't know, chest strap. Most bags have like a kind of a clip, but this one doesn't. Basically, it's just a metal loop that you can just simply bring it across your chest, latch it on, you're good to go. And this is all supposed to be done with one hand. So you take your left hand, pop it open, go back, pop it closed. It's really simple. And if you don't want to use the chest strap, you just put it up like this on this loop, tie it down, you're good to go. And if my back started to hurt a little bit, or just like the shoulder straps, I would use this a lot. One of the things that I really didn't fully appreciate about this bag was that the amount of handles it actually has on it. So there's one handle here, there's this handle here, and then there's another handle right here. And you can really just hold it in an orientation. So if you didn't want to put it on your bag, you can hold it while you're waiting security, like this, and nothing's gonna fall out. It's a pretty comfortable way to do it. Another thing I didn't appreciate until we got to kind of like Florence at the train station was this back panel right here. So I'm gonna show you that right now.
Here at the train station, I wanted to show you something really cool about the Peak Design Everyday 30-liter bag. It's a simple thing, but it makes your travel with it a lot, I don't know, easier to manage. So check this out. So you can see that, here's my suitcase. Basically there is a strap and that goes through the back in front of the shoulder straps, or behind the shoulder straps, and that your handle can fit through there. It just makes it a lot easier, so you don't have to carry it around your bag the whole time. You can just wheel it on your luggage. So one easy thing that the backpack does a really good job at.
So when you're traveling around Europe, the main thing you're gonna see there are museums, cathedrals, palaces, or giant castles. And one of the things you're gonna have to deal with while you're doing and seeing those things is you're gonna have to deal with security. So this is one thing that I found out using this bag, is that this bag helps you get through security a lot quicker for this reason.
We are here at the Louvre Museum. It's the one with the giant triangle that we're underneath right now. So one thing about going around to Europe and all these museums is that you have to constantly go through security and put your backpack through the X-ray machine, go through metal detectors to make sure you don't have anything dangerous on you. So one of the things I'm finding with this backpack is that the open top design is like really helpful, and just putting all your stuff in, everything that's in your pocket, just throw them in your bag, put it through the machine, and then you're straight through the metal detector and the X-ray machine. You're just straight through the security checkpoint. If you had a zipper bag or something else, it'd be simple too, but at the same time, I think that this open top design helps a lot, makes it a lot easier to get through security pretty quickly.
The point of this video was just to talk about my experiences using this Peak Design bag during my trip to Europe. And I would overall give it a thumbs up recommendation. I was extremely happy with how my bag performed. So first off, it kept all the stuff I wanted to bring on this trip inside. I was able to bring everything. I didn't have to bring another bag, which was fantastic. Secondly, it kept everything protected. It never, even during that rainstorm, I was a little afraid that the guts of the bag was gonna get super wet, but it wasn't. We saw that there was some water leaking in through the zipper, which is kind of to be expected, but the main guts of the bag were okay, which is great. The accessories, so the straps that are removable, and the handles, and even the back side, Peak Design did a great job thinking about what travelers need, and this honestly made my travel a lot easier by throwing it on the suitcase. That was great. I didn't really show you kind of the guts or how the compartments are set up. There are tons of videos on YouTube about that, so I don't think I need to go to it. But just briefly, I'll show you how my DSLR setup is. So again, I have the Nikon D3300, it's kind of a smaller camera. And this is kind of how the packing system is for me. So I wanted to make sure I had a big top compartment that was free. So I kind of put my DSLR in the middle with the Signal lens, and then the extra zoom lens is down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. The extra zoom lens is down here on the bottom. And that's it. I was able to open the side compartments easily, and Didn't have any trouble with it whatsoever. Those are kind of my thoughts about this bag in terms of using it for travel. I think it's a great bag. Let me know in the comments below if you think, you know, this bag isn't good for travel and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Trying to think of the next couple videos to make, so if you have any ideas about what kind of videos I should make, drop those in the comments below. I'm going to try to start editing the Europe trip vlogs. There's going to probably be 2 or 3 about those, and hopefully they'll be interesting and hopefully you'll enjoy them. So again, subscribe if you haven't, thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks, and I'll catch you later.